Hello everyone. In today's session, let's see how to install Docker Engine on Ubuntu Linux operating system. This is the application what I'm using in my Windows system to create a virtual machine and to install Ubuntu operating system. That's how you can practice. You don't need to go for any cloud to set up this particular Docker Engine. On your local system itself, it could be a PC or a laptop, you can install Oracle VirtualBox or we can install VMware Workstation. Whichever tool you are familiar with, we can use that and we can create a virtual machine. Now in this virtual machine, I have installed Ubuntu Server 24.04 version. I'm using Server Edition with 25 GB of disk space and 2 core CPU, 4 GB RAM. Coming back to the system, I have not installed Docker as of now, even the older version. Go back to the browser and search for Docker install Ubuntu. When you type this particular sentence, you will see the official document. Select that. Here are the steps for Ubuntu operating system. If you are using any specific Linux operating system, on the left side panel we can see the drop down list with all the different operating systems that are supported. Based on that, you have to follow the steps. Now in this, they are asking us to verify the prerequisites. Nothing but, are you using an operating system which is recommended? Yes, I am. 24 version. If you want to verify that, run the command hostname ctl. Here we can see the version what I'm using right now. After that, they are asking us to verify the architecture. It is supported only in AMD, ARM and the rest of the architectures. How to verify it? Just run the command arch. We can verify here with this command or we can verify here as well. If you want to print only this particular data, then try to execute this command. There are multiple approaches to print the same value. You can use any one of them to verify as per your convenience. Now, let us go to the next step. They're asking us if you have installed any older version of Docker, they're asking us to uninstall it. You can follow these particular steps. Since I don't have the old packages, I'm going to the next step. Installation methods. In order to install Docker Engine on the Ubuntu system right now, we have multiple approaches. On total, the count is 4. Either we can use Docker Engine comes with a bundle of Docker Desktop on Linux. Since I'm not using a desktop version, I don't need to follow these particular steps. What is the next option? Do you want to install and set up Docker Engine by using Docker apt repository? Then follow these steps. We are going to follow these particular steps. Next one is install it manually, or there is a convenience script. They have written some shell script you have to download and you have to execute the script. Obviously, it will install the latest version of Docker Engine according to the apt repository. If you don't want to execute the commands one by one, what I'm going to follow right now in this particular second step, you can go for convenience script. But now I'll use the second approach where you can see here, install using apt repository. Since you are trying to run the commands for the first time, always on the system we have to give sudo is not mandated. Why? Because I am the root user. I am executing these commands from root user. Technically, sudo is not necessary before the command. Even though if you give it, it doesn't matter. In this particular scenario, let me copy this command and execute. Now what this command is trying to do, on the system, it is trying to download apt repository related index pages to your system. Since you have logged into the system for the first time, or if you are trying to do anything related to package management, it is better you run apt update command. Now, the next one is, it is asking us to install some packages that are necessary before executing the next commands. I think one package is missing. It's getting installed. I think curl package, yeah. And it's trying to install some additional packages along with the curl. These are like dependencies. Let us go to the next step. Now we have to create a directory under /etc apt folder with a directory name as keyrings. And for that, it has to set a permissions 755. To do that, we are executing this command. And then finally, we have to download the ZPZ key for this apt repository of Docker engine. Let us download. Now it is getting saved under the previous directory what we have created with the file name docker.asc. Now this will be the ZPZ key that will be used by your repository to authenticate from the system. Now let us change the permissions. For user group others, we are trying to give read permissions on this file. Create a repository. Copy this and execute. What it has done, it has created a Docker engine repository file under /etc apt sources.list.d. You can see here docker.list. In this particular file, it has the Docker repository related data to communicate and download the packages. Since we created a new repository, we need to run apt update command to download the index pages of the new repository. %95% the job is done. The final step is now we have to install the packages. If you want to install the latest package according to the repository, execute this command. No, you want to install a specific version, then you can go to the next steps. What you are seeing on the list right now. Now let me execute these steps. I will just copy and execute. Here we can see it is trying to install a couple of packages. What are those? One is Docker CE, which is a server edition, this particular package. And this is Docker CE Community Edition CLI package, Container D, which is a runtime, and then Docker BuildX plugin to build images from the Docker file, and Docker Compose plugin to do compose related actions on the Docker engine. If you are okay to this, now we can say enter. It will start downloading the packages and then it will install. How much time it will take, it all depends upon the bandwidth speed on your network. Now the task was done. If you want, you can verify by executing command dpkg -l 5 egrep -E or not necessary. We can check docker -ce docker -ce. Let us say I can give this pipe symbol ce-cli. We can see I have listed only these two packages. For example, if you want to verify all the packages have been installed, you have to give this particular package's name one by one by using pipe symbol as a separation. This is a confirmation, or else we can verify by executing the command docker info. This is the first CLI command what we are executing in order to communicate to the Docker server. And I got the response, and this is the info. You can see server related information and client related information. Or else we can verify the status of the Docker engine. Is it running or not? The command is systemctl status docker. From this we can confirm that your Docker daemon is in running status and it is active. From how long it is running? After the installation was done, it has started immediately. So it is 1 minute 29 seconds ago when I ran this command. And these are the basic logs. From this, we can confirm that your Docker service is running fine. If you want to come out of this command, Q for quit. That's it. With these particular steps, we have done Docker installation successfully. Thank you.